ora whānau, welcome back to the channel. This is the Māori that bikes, aka Wairakei Tomlin, and I am in Taupō. Today we are racing in the Craters Classic, and I've got the crew with me. We've got Clint, Ross, one of my local favourites, John Boy, and behind the camera we have Mike. So we'll catch you up down at the event area.
Or 10 to 9, we'll be doing the race briefing. I can tell you now, the hard option is a hell of a lot quicker.
Ran into some other cheeky fellas.
With the golfers and the mountain bikers, there could be crashes. So
I don't know who this fella is.
But that's
and the bro Hayden. Good, but it's good.
45 seconds. Hey, he's a contender. Yeah, right. Behind you.
Let's go, boys. Walk around, bro.
Last wave. Have a bloody good ride. Look after each other. Drink lots, eat lots, help each other. So there we go. Our 50Kers, they're all done with us and they're on.
So our event kicked off from within the Wairakei Resort itself, and we actually end up back here as well. The initial just trails in and around the resort are pretty easy. They're just designed to get us all warmed up. It was really, really cool this morning, despite it being quite wet. I mean, the forecast was going to be all like really, really bad. Turned out to be like a banger day. We're just cruising along here. Easy little bit of single track, nothing difficult. Love the mist through this area. It was just, you know, just had this really cool ambiance about it. And yeah, we're just getting all warmed up, just hanging as a group at the back there. We eventually go through the features that you saw near the start, so over these trucks and the old little bridge type features, and we come back through here as well. It's really, really cool, and it's just a great way to kick off the event, I thought. Something very different. Man, it is so pretty and lush through this area. Nice. Looks like the day is starting to fine up a little bit here in Taupō. The trail actually winds its way all the way along the hillside, and out where I'm pointing it'll be pretty hard to actually see, but man, there's everybody out there, the whole field stretched out. So this was pretty random, but the lady up in front of me, her name is Schultz, and she is such a cool person. Turns out she actually has seen a few of my videos before, and I'm not too sure if she is a subscriber to the channel, but man, she had such a cool attitude, and as we were just riding and talking along, you know, I just got the feeling that, man, what a cool person. I certainly hope that we meet again in the future. So Megan, if you're watching this, thank you very much. You were awesome on the day, and well done for that. Hey! I think I'm on the ZZ climb. The event's got this thing, I think, where they're looking for the fastest over ZZ top climb and then bombing down MEGALICIOUS. Apparently, if you're the quickest, I think over both together, you get a prize, maybe? Maybe the prize is just getting to the top. Man, look at this day. It's just so good. You can just see Hayden coming through. Yeah, buddy. Just a little introduction off the channel. This is Steve. Steve's a Vegas local, and this your first event, eh, bro? Yeah, bro. Nice. Yeah, kia ora to you, man. Great to have another new face that I get to meet, and potentially another Airbnb I can stay for free. Yo. Rightio, MEGALICIOUS. Gotta be the most favourite track of the day for sure. Just bombing downhill as fast as we could possibly go. I said to John, hey man, do you want to pin it? And he goes, yeah, well, let's just, you know, just try and go balls out. It was quite a long trail, very pedally in places, still very flowy. And I must apologise for my cassette. If you can hear that rattling, that's my cassette. I had a few issues with it going into the race well before the event. I've eventually got it fixed, so I'm so thankful about that. But yeah, check out the send, yo! And that was pretty much what the trail theme was all like, and I had such a good time just, you know, chasing John down here. It was like kid in the candy store stuff, man. You live for it. Oh, how good! So here we are on the Wairakei Trail. So the Wairakei Trail, it was the longest trail that we were riding on in the event. I think it was something like 4.5 kilometers. One thing we did note was that even though it was a grade 4, it wasn't overly difficult, just long. It had a few pinch climbs and downs, a few flowy sections.
It definitely was wet and greasy when we were going through it at this point, and you can probably see all the tyre marks, and there were a couple of corners there where people had just gone so hard into it or gone too hot and they just wiped out, and we were no exception to that rule. Quite a few times I was stepping out the back end coming into some of these corners, and also it was quite tight in places, you know, where you just sort of kind of think you could squeeze the handlebars through and whatnot, but super fun all the same.
Welcome to the jungle. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, even with all these little downs. It's just punctuated with heaps of little climbs as well, you know. Up, down, up, down. You'd hate to hit this fence at speed. Get old handlebar caught up in there.
Now, something that I want all you viewers to appreciate is the fact that as we're riding through this particular trail, in fact most of the trails, I mean, you look at all the surrounding native bush that is on both sides of us. It is so beautiful. I really just couldn't get over the fact of just how pretty the area was, and even though we were next to one of the main highways, it's fantastic, man. I just love riding through this sort of environment.
Well, whānau, here we are at the aid station. Well, how far in are we? Ballpark 25k-ish? No? Just taking a bit of an operational breather before we carry on. Just taking our time, you know, in this beautiful environment. Mountain biking, of course. And from there, we're going to head out through, I guess, that way. Look at the orange sign there, Tomo. Okay. Steve, how are we feeling, bro?
Yeah, all good, bro. Hanging in there.
Yeah, hanging in there. No dramas, eh? Feeling strong like Donkey Kong. Yeah, so we're back on the gas. Pretty much done halfway. And a bit uphill. Travelling along inwards goods, dash go. Aptly named Tourist Trap. It makes you wonder how some of these trails get named. Then again, when you bowls deep in a race, it's probably the last thing you're thinking about is how a trail was named. Rightio, whānau. So here we are at around about 30 kilometres, right? So we've got the team over here. Thank you, team. I always like to give a shout out to the volleys on the day. Yeah, it makes it entertaining, eh, when you get those. Keep going, guys. You got heaps far to go. For most of us, we'll be doing these ones looking at our stem. Thank you, guys.
No worries.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. And yeah, thank you, sir. Alrighty. Oh. Whoa! Like what they've done here, they put these little climbing challenges. Accepted. Looks like we're taking the A line faster but harder versus the B line easy but slower. We don't want easy, let's go the hard one.
Hello.
Cuckoo! Oh, old mate sharp turn.
Oh, wrong gear for this corner.
So this was pretty cool, heading up a few little trail features in a race. Now, yes, okay, we're not racing, so this is more or less about us satisfying our inner child. You know, we're having a play. We are deliberately deciding that we're just going to go on this stuff. No, who cares about the riding hard? This is all about just having a play on a particular trail. So it was great. Little features that challenge you and, you know, have a bit of fun. Ultimately, at the end of the day, even during a race event, it's about having fun. And this is the way you have it, you know. Tell me I'm wrong.
Tank stand, all bikes this way, yo. Gotta love Taupō for its inclusion of lots of bridges.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are heading towards the junction of two trails, grinder and ground effect grinder. Now the difference between the two is basically the distance and the elevation. I decided that, bugger it, I'm going to do the harder one because I didn't want to be out there any longer than I needed to on this particular hill. I had no idea what I was getting myself in for, and I tell you what, this has got to be one of the more spicier climbs I've ever gone up anywhere, and yeah, definitely a challenge. Man, it was pretty damn tough.
And so it is that we are going up the proper grinder. Apparently it's shorter, but a lot harder. No words. Grinder. It is. Oh my lord. Hey, happy face. Happy face, I need you. That was Grinder. Yeah, I can't even recall if I've even done that one, but that was a hearty climb, eh? Probably got to be one of the more tougher climbs. But got it done, you know, didn't get off once, and I'm stoked about that. So yeah. Chur butter.
Oh, that was a bit spicy.
It was a bit spicy, wasn't it, cuz? Had a bit of an episode that the crew here can attest to. Bit of a mad as quad cramp, dumb quads, few tired bodies. I think we got like something like 35k in or something like that, so yeah, all goods.
So after getting over my cramping episode, it was all about hitting up BUZZARD. Quite enjoyed BUZZARD, mostly because it was a little bit technical in places, so you had a few little drops and off-canvas sections in the wet. Really fun on the Nomad. I always kind of enjoy bombing down these particular trails. We eventually moved into an open area, very flowy. I think there was a grade 3 called Missing Link. That was taking us all the way back to where the junction of MEGALICIOUS was. We then eventually linked back up onto another trail called OUTBACK, which was quite long, again a bit more open and flowy. There was a few hill climbs in there, and by that stage we were getting pretty tired, but stay tuned because you're in for a bit of a surprise later on.
Check it out, it's the Yeti! Yeah! Yeah! Shot, bro, this is gonna be awesome.
And I think awesome actually really describes how the day was going. We went from this really, real dismal looking day into this primo banger-ass day. Trails were just nice and dry by this stage, and we were feeling the pinch of fatigue, I can definitely guarantee you that. As we move on to this trail called Sugar Daddy, that fatigue started to manifest itself in little silly mistakes and errors. And yeah, no, you can suffer for that, just like I did here.
Whoa! Ah! Ugh! Ow! Watch the log. And your 50-kilometer champions are exiting the tunnel.
Okay, it's all on to get to the finish line, right? We're just a couple of 100 meters. John's up ahead of me a little bit. We actually kind of come into the finish point together, and then the announcer says to us, hey boys, let's go sprint finish. So it was on.
3 guys, let's have a sprint finish, lads. Come on. Duke it out, duke it out, duke it out.
Okay, now I don't want to brag, but I reckon I won that sprint battle, because if you look at my tyre, I reckon I have got more front tyre over that line than John does. And you know what? I don't care what anybody else says, especially John. I actually think I won that, but what do you guys reckon? You'd be surprised to know that we actually got the exact same finish time. So isn't that incredible, despite the fact that I got my wheel over first? What a fantastic event. Really enjoyed it. And I just want to say a huge thank you yet again to the organisers, to everybody who attended, all the mates that I saw. It was such a good day, and I am actually looking forward to hitting it up again next year. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and ka kite until the next video.